Caitlin Clark joined Sunday Night Basketball for 2 NBA games. Caitlin Clark is headed to the NBA, at least for a couple of nights. NBC announced Tuesday that Clark, the Indiana Fever star with an enormous following within the game, is joining the network's pregame coverage for its debut of Sunday Night Basketball.
Right as the Caitlin Clark craze seemed to reach its peak, right as she appeared ready to step back and prepare for the coming WNBA campaign, NBC unleashed a bombshell announcement that has rocked the entire athletic landscape. Welcome back, everyone, to another examination of basketball's business side. Today, we're discussing verified facts, not whispers or conjecture. We're examining a revolutionary decision that positions Caitlin Clark directly at the heart of America's premier sporting platform, the NBA. Yes, you read correctly. Caitlin Clark is formally transitioning to NBA coverage, not as a competitor, naturally, but as the centerpiece of NBC's enormous Basketball Night in America revival. This development is monumental, people. Consider the circumstances. Consider the planning. NBC is reintroducing NBA programming after years away. They possess broadcasting rights. They control the nostalgia factor. They own the round ball rock anthem. Yet they required additional elements. They demanded energy, a contemporary symbol to connect traditional Jordan generation supporters with today's Gen Z viewers. And whom did they contact? Did they reach out to LeBron? Did they approach Curry? Instead, they selected the 22-year-old sensation from Iowa, who has independently transformed women's basketball.
Madison Square Garden. The debut. They picked her to kick it off. Not, yeah, it'll do a couple weeks and then you'll come in. No. We need you to launch this thing, dude. We need you to kick this off. See?
Here's the breakdown of these compelling specifics. Caitlin debuts February 1st, introducing the Lakers versus Knicks matchup at Madison Square Garden. You simply can't select a more prominent platform. Basketball's holy ground. LeBron James, New York's market power. And Caitlin Clark providing commentary. It represents promotional genius. She'll join a studio panel of genuine legends. We're discussing Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady, 3 Hall of Fame inductees, 3 of basketball's most exceptional scorers ever. And positioned alongside them will be Caitlin Clark, dissecting gameplay, evaluating strategies, and demonstrating her basketball intelligence to countless viewers. So why is Vince making this move? Let's be honest. It's not simply because she's likable. It's because she generates viewership explosions. Recall Peacock's performance during her collegiate career. NBC placed a record-setting game behind subscription access and audiences rushed to pay just for her content. They recognize the Caitlin Clark phenomenon as genuine and they're counting on her to deliver that same passionate, devoted following to their NBA programming. They're leveraging her celebrity status to debut their costliest, most crucial sports investment, which reveals everything about her current position in athletics' power structure. She transcends WNBA player status. She represents a worldwide phenomenon, but this narrative contains even more complexity. Examine these dates. February 1st, then her March 29th return for the Knicks versus Thunder contest. These scheduling choices are calculated. February precedes the NBA All-Star intermission. March arrives just before WNBA season preparation intensifies. This maintains her public presence. It sustains her prominence and preserves the Indiana Fever excitement throughout the inactive period. And we can't overlook the obvious concern, the possible WNBA work stoppage. Should the season face delays as numerous experts anticipate, this NBC position might grow. We might witness Caitlin becoming a consistent Sunday night presence, effectively becoming television basketball's primary representative while labor discussions continues. It's a smart contingency for her and a visibility protection strategy. Picture this studio chemistry. You have Vince Carter, history's greatest dunker, T-Mac, one of basketball's smoothest offensive players, and Melo, the mid-range master. Then there's Caitlin, the Logo 3 specialist. Their discussions about offense, about court spacing, about defensive reads will create basketball perfection. I can envision the trending moments already. Caitlin questioning Melo about his signature move. Vince inquiring about Caitlin's shooting distance. It's destined to become essential viewing, not merely for the analysis, but for witnessing these NBA icons acknowledge her as their equal in basketball understanding. This will tremendously benefit women's basketball perception.
One tease about what might be coming during Clark's debut appearance. We're hoping to have Kaylin with a basketball in her hand. That's not a tease. That's not a tease. Not teasing the shoe, right? Not teasing.
And speaking of
Producer Sam Flood revealed an intriguing hint. He mentioned hoping to see Caitlyn holding a basketball during broadcasts. What's the implication here? Will we witness a shooting competition between her and Reggie Miller during guest appearances? Will she demonstrate her shooting fundamentals? Or, here's the speculation igniting online discussions. Will this debut her signature footwear? Nike has remained silent regarding the launch timing. What superior venue exists to reveal the year's most awaited shoe than primetime television at Madison Square Garden? With millions viewing, it represents the ultimate promotional strategy. Skeptics might argue she lacks broadcasting experience and maturity, but examine these facts. She's performed before cameras throughout her career. She delivered an outstanding alternative broadcast during the Final Four, appearing natural, entertaining, and knowledgeable. She joined the Yankees broadcast booth seamlessly. She thrives under attention, and frankly, her basketball understanding is exceptional. She perceives games uniquely. She identifies opportunities and passing routes others miss. Contributing this viewpoint to NBA broadcasting feels innovative. It's captivating, and precisely what NBC requires to distinguish itself from the mechanical commentary sometimes found elsewhere. This decision also strengthens NBA-WNBA connections. These leagues have historically seemed disconnected, but featuring the WNBA's premier star evaluating NBA action builds unity. It communicates to NBA audiences that respecting her analysis means respecting her sport. It's strategic cross-marketing that will benefit both organizations. WNBA viewership continues climbing dramatically, but this Sunday night exposure to casual NBA fans might elevate it extraordinarily when competition resumes. Consider Caitlyn's financial perspective too. She's already partnered with Infinity, Comcast's subsidiary, NBC's parent corporation, making this collaboration predictable, but witnessing such rapid execution is remarkable. She's optimizing revenue opportunities, developing her post-competition media credentials at 22, and establishing herself as a broadcasting figure. Most athletes postpone this transition until retirement. Caitlyn is building this foundation during her athletic peak, while potentially being America's most recognizable athlete. This demonstrates exceptional business intelligence rarely witnessed. February 1st expectation. Anticipate enthusiasm, expect sophisticated basketball discussion, and expect NBC's premium treatment. They're not hiring her for background presence. They're featuring her prominently, likely explaining Lakers' strategies, perhaps evaluating LeBron's court vision, or analyzing Jalen Brunson's technique. Her commentary on current NBA talent will be compelling because her playing style mirrors today's NBA approach. High-volume three-pointers, tempo, spacing. She's the ideal commentator for contemporary basketball. There's also the appeal factor. Traditional NBA pregame programming can feel repetitive. Veterans discussing former eras constantly. Caitlyn contributes youthfulness. She provides contemporary relevance. She connects with younger demographics. Her panel participation immediately refreshes the program, making it feel current, dynamic, and unmissable. NBC understands they're targeting TikTok users, and no better strategy exists than featuring Caitlyn Clark. Ultimately, this creates universal benefits. NBC gains sports' biggest celebrity, the NBA attracts new viewership, and Caitlyn Clark plus the WNBA reach enormous audiences. February 1st will be memorable. Save the date because basketball night in America just became significantly more compelling, and I suspect this marks only the start of Caitlyn Clark's sports media dominance. Share your thoughts. Will you watch specifically for Caitlyn, and do you think she'll overshadow the Hall of Fame panelists? I believe she will. Don't forget to like and subscribe for continued coverage of this evolving situation. Until next time.